Da, 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 da. Hey guys, it's the Punk. You probably see from the title. Turn it down a bit. I don't know how loud it is for you. You watched one Fred Dibnah.
First seen on our screens in 1979. And he's been there ever since, thanks to a series of television documentaries about his career as a steeplejack, then his hobby as a restorer of steam.
I started watching, I can remember a TV show in the 90s about him, and I just watched one Fred Dibnah YouTube, and now every single one of my recommended videos is about Fred Dibnah. So I'm hoping that this tribute sort of sums him up. I don't think I've seen this. I'll try and skip through it.
Well, like steeplejacking's a bit of a spasmodic job, so you can play with your steam engine instead. You know, it's a bit like being very rich. You know, you can just have a day off.
He's the ultimate punk. I know there's some politically correctness gone, you know, he didn't say everything that was politically correct. I'm not going to say it's gone mad, but health and safety, steeplejack by day, into steam engines and stuff at night.
When you want, like.
Fucking nuts! Like, just chop front of a chimney out, burnt front of it, and it'll fall down and then run off.
Having served his screen apprenticeship, he went on from being documentary subject to documentary presenter.
Well done. Congratulations.
Up until the 18th century, all we had were these things, water wheels and windmills. And then this came along.
Simon.
Fred was an amazing ambassador for the industrial heritage. He could whip up enthusiasm about anything, I think, but particularly about the great machines of the industrial age. I think he could explain them. He genuinely knew about them. He'd restore.
In these early years,
it's this stuff in it you watch where it starts going up.
Climbing chimneys.
Fucking hell, sod this.
When I was a very small boy and I used to go to school on the tram, you see these little fellas with flat caps on, way up in the sky on top of factory chimneys, you know, and that fascinated me as to how they got all the little platforms up around the top.
And it wasn't long before he was climbing them himself.
That's the biggest chimney that there is in Bolton, and one reason he liked me was the fact that he had a 90 to meet get a job, you know, sort of thing, for 6 months, and then I was summoned to meet the vicar of Bolton, a big tall fellow with a long black frock on. He was a cannon, you know, which I approached with a great deal of fear and trepidation. And I think the reason he liked me was the fact that he had a 1929 Humber car, and I arrived on my 1927 350 AJS motorbike. And we got on quite well. He had another interesting common, firearms for a vicar, a bit unusual, but nevertheless.
Firearms.
Anyway, we got the job of re-gilding these weather vanes, which enabled me to go and have a do at other vicars with a lot more confidence, and ended up nearly every church spire in Bolton. So knocking bricks off top of the chimney. Here, there's no room at all, you know, and I've got to lower it all down in buckets. About 100 weight at once, you see.
Sod that. Sod that.
You know, I'd very much like to mend it and make it, you know, glorious again for another long period, but really it's redundant. Nobody loves it no more. Nobody wants it anymore, and they've no bloody use for it because, you know, they've only got a toy boiler down at the bottom. You know, when I first started climbing chimneys, there were quite a lot of places on coal. I even had the great pleasure of working on one or two where they actually still shovelled it on by hand, and all the black foul smoke used to come out. But that stuff, you know, it used to come out at top, and all the gutters in the immediate neighbourhood and all these lace curtains rotted away. But this blue stuff from the oil, makes you cough and splutter worse than capstan full strength. It's a bit like putting your mouth around somebody's exhaust pipe, you know, up there. Like, not very nice.
What a job. It'll take you all day to get up there. It'll take you about an hour to get up there, doesn't it? And then he's going to have to lower every brick down. Like, proper jobs. What's that thing there?
The epic thing we did about climbing chimneys, you know, I was criticised for saying, you know, I had a few pints before I climbed up. But, you know, I'd like to say that, sort of, you want to try this bloody job sober, you know.
You want to try this job sober?
Yeah, if I've had a couple of pints of beer, you know, I don't, you know, think I'm King Kong, like, sort of thing. You know, take
Fucking
it
hell.
a bit easier.
It's not tied on her out.
More cautious. The thing is that once you've got up that first bloody ladder, you've only got to make one wrong move and you're dead. You know, I mean, them boards,
you're dead.
There's great gaps in them, you know. I mean, you could put 1 foot through a space and not even fall off, but smash your bloody leg in 2 pieces and then you'd feel a bit of a fool. Well, fire brigade's no good because the ladder's not long enough. Somebody would have to come and rescue you with an helicopter. You know,
fucking hell, imagine that.
Look, you know,
Someone's got to just nip by with an helicopter. Sod that. Oh. I bet the whole thing shakes about and all sorts.
Right, well, when you've had a pint or two and you're stuck up on top of a big factory chimney and sort of the calls of nature become imminent, you can either have a go down the middle or over the edge, you know, whereby they think it's raining in the next field. One instance that comes to mind where we had this bucket full of cement water and kept having a go in this. And then at the end of the day, we decided to throw it off, like, you know, pitch it out, like, over the side of the ship, you see. There's a bloke at the bottom with a magnificent bright red Alfa Romeo sports car. And when we came down, it was summertime, and all these beautiful red motor cars were covered with white cement urinated spots. You know, all over it, drying very well in the sun, you see.
Look, he's going to have to lower everything down. And then as the brick lowers down, the other one comes up. He invented it. Nuts. Somebody put, one of the comments were, back when ladders were made of wood and men were made of steel. I'm just going to leave it there because I'll get done for copyright, I think. But, yeah, if you've never heard of Fred Dibnah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people on this channel will. He's an original punk. What a man. I know there's probably things he's done that, but the things are just... Watch the videos where he's putting the ladders up to the side of the chimneys and stuff. Oh my God, he's just hanging off stuff. Checking church clocks and all sorts. He's nuts. But yeah, you type in Fred Dibnah once. Oh no, actually I didn't. All of a sudden a YouTube video popped up, Fred Dibnah. And I thought, I've not seen out of him for a while. Now, every time I log on my phone or my TV, there's a Fred Dibnah video and I've got to watch it. I might start doing this. Fred Dibnah, an original punk. Rest in peace, fella. Don't make him like that anymore.